Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. The weekend is upon us. The window is visible. There we go. Oh, I'm doing all right, Willow. Okay, so yeah. So how would you do this? I'm looking at the Discord rich presence stuff. I don't know if rich presence is actually what we need. Activity. So Mac brought up the possibility she's playing Peak tonight, and she mentioned that when she started playing it, she noticed the activity thing, which I've got that turned off. I don't want people to know what games I'm playing, unless I want to tell them what games I'm playing. I don't like the automated stuff as much for that. But that said, it includes a link to the Peak Discord server. It's kind of a like, hey, here's where you can find more information about this video game. And at first I was thinking, okay, that's got to be the Discord rich presence stuff, because that is how you do things like, say, this person is playing this game and they are playing on this level, doing this activity, whatever. You know, the more in-depth stuff. But I'm not sure for just basically showing like, hey, this is the game I'm playing right now. What is necessary for that? Let's see. Export game as Discord activity. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Is it still rich presence? Is it still rich presence? Yeah, if I just want to show that, you know, I am playing Paper Robot, how does that work? Like, okay, I see that Germdove is playing Peak. Great. I see that I can click on Peak and get a little panel that shows about Peak. It's got official server information. It's got links. So where does this metadata come from? Copy game ID. Okay. Actually, hang on. If I just go into Steam and I say play paper, if I say play Pen Pals, if I say play Pen Pals, what's it gonna do? I mean, I assume it's gonna get a little confused. I mean, because I've got two games kind of running. Okay, so let's say I've got Pen Pals running, because of course I do. There we go. Start Pen Pals. Play Pen. Buy Pen Pals. Okay, so I do have an icon here that pops up pen pals, not sharing, because I don't want people to know that I'm sharing that game. But the game shows up as a question mark icon. It does show the proper name. Okay, how about this? Discord activity shows as question mark. Cannot identify official. Okay. Manually register the game, but does that actually... Using Steam. Okay, great. Game activity. This is just a side thing. I still need to do the whole demo rerun. We got like a pretty good ways in. So go to activity. All right, hang on. I gotta temporarily disable streamer mode, I think, just so I can get to these settings. Nope, streamer mode unenable. Come on. I just want to look at the thing. No, I guess it's not a big deal. That's something I can look at more next week, maybe. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we'll do about that. Quit Discord so I don't get beeps. Yeah, there is something to this question of. Well, actually, now I should be able to reload Discord and maybe it'll go to streamer mode. We'll find out. Yeah, the big mystery is. Can I get Discord to notice that I am playing a video game? And then if so, how does it... Okay, it knows that it's gaming. But like... Yeah, it's not gonna let me see any of this stuff. Game data source. Yeah, I don't know if this is something where I just have to go in and say, hey, this is a video game, please notice this. Or if I actually have to embed it into the game software and say, you know, hey, rich presence, pay attention. Yeah, I really don't want to have to get into that. Because it feels like it's just not going to work someday. They're going to deprecate it, and then it's just going to be broken forever. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. This was all off the heels of talking about making a dedicated Discord server just for Paper Robot. I have one for the stream, but I don't... Hovercat has different ideas than I do on how successful this game will be. I think she's, you know... I mean, she's being extremely supportive, but she's got this idea of like, yeah, you got a really good game here. You know, see it through and success will follow, which, I mean, that's very kind of her. But on that idea, it's like, okay, if it does, I don't know, if it does find its audience, then I don't want that mixing with the Discord of, hey guys, I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's like, that's not the kind of information that I would want people to be inundated with if they're joining a server to talk about like Paper Robot modding or something like that. So I don't know. It may not even be necessary, but it feels. I feel like it's better to separate it just because of, you know, if Bob from Montana walks into the server because he saw that, oh, this is the Paper Robot, this is the official Paper Robot server right here, and then we're all just sitting there talking about lizards and Circle Bird and whatever other weird stuff we've got going on in our community. It's like, I don't know if that's good. I don't know if we want that. All right, here we go. So last time we got the pig. I should get items. I'm just gonna load up on tennis balls here. How am I doing on items? I got 3 spaces left. Yeah, you know what? Give me another tennis ball. We're gonna spam that in the boss fight. Man, I'm gonna have to upgrade to 4. Anything above 4.3 at some point. I guess we should cook the strawberries as well. I did change the colors on the smoothie, like, slightly. Kind of saturated them just a bit. Alright, strawberry cooking is a straight upgrade. Honeycomb cooking is not. Why did the music just change? What? Was it just amount of time? Just gonna fast forward for a bit. Get a load of this guy. No, it's fine. So why did it... Was it because of the blender? Oh no, that is a good turtle. The music changed. I wonder if it was because we were in the middle. So the music went 3 levels deep. So the main music is the main Frogtown theme. But then we're in a sub-zone, so it switched to Lily's Pad music. But then also the music played for getting an item, which temporarily fades out the current music. So I think because we hit the get item music at the same time, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what that was. It just changed. All right. Are we gonna bother with leveling up, or are we just gonna go just rush B? No. My coin. assume that they are some. Okay, so now I got some more modules for me. I'm going to keep this. Okay, look at that build. That's looking good. We got extra HP. We got extra moves available. Because now we got Spring Barrage and Heavy Gear. There's a secret item in this tree on the left. And I've actually seen people find this. And I'm like, why did you check this tree? Why would you have checked this tree? This place is actually really good for farming money. Not these bushes, actually. It's these pigs here. Because they just drop a ton of loot compared to other pigs around this area. I don't know. I don't know if I should reduce that or what. Alright, here we go. Navigate the maze. And we are going to use an item to get through those guys. Square knot. 90-degree angles, get it? Because it's a square knot. Distant waterfall sounds. This is supposed to be your big old tutorial on defense. Oh, here we go. What do we got? Actor. Golden unit. Valid access to key or property. Actor on base string. Why did golden unit get set to a string? Is that what happened? Stats. Scrap. Golden unit. No. No, it did not. So what in the world are you talking about? No, that's a battle unit right there. So why would you think? Why would you think that is what? Okay, I mean, we can adjust this slightly, I think. By saying, that should not be a string, though. Okay, should we do it like this? No. Is a string. I wonder if that's because it's parsing it from the save data. No, it's ref counted. How do I get type of? Get a variable type. Type of? string, apparently. Okay, and we get, yeah, it says it's a string. Alright. Then we'll specifically say if it's not a string. Okay. That's really weird. That's really weird. Alright, anyway, this is supposed to be the big defense tutorial, but guess what? I brought a tennis ball, so I win. It's that easy. That's the trick. That's the super duper secret. Alright. We'll lower the bridge in a moment. Right now we need to go in here. Claim the treasure. Actors is a list containing the word null twice. Alright. Oh, really? I wonder if probably the music's too loud. I'll turn it down in just a bit. In the meantime, I'll just get real close to the mic. Wait, actually, I think this is the settings the mic is supposed to have, isn't it? Hang on. Is it better? Is that better? That's probably better. I'm too quiet. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I think the game... I don't know who did that. It was probably me. Alright, so now we're back. I need to log gems. Add that to the to-do list for the demo. This is something that's going to be used much later. Oh, okay, hang on. Chapter 3. Train noise from Photon. He provided me a very nice engine sound effect that he generated himself using math. And I really like it, and I want to incorporate it, but I gotta actually incorporate it. The other thing was handle old versions. What do we do if someone loads up the game from the earlier version of the demo? What do we do? Do we say, hey, get out of here? I don't think there's anything breaking. So I don't think there's anything breaking about it. But anyway, the game did just break. Why? That's an uncomfortable crash. What's that one about? What could be in that room? I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance. Man, now I don't have the tennis balls, but it's okay. We're gonna just... No. I'm gonna grab this. I'm not even gonna have my cooked items anymore. I'm just gonna blaze through these. No, actually, hang on. Let's warp there. Let's just warp there. So that is chapter room. That is the cave entrance. So let's go to waterfall. Warp to cave left. That's the tricky thing. That's the tricky thing, because where does the data go, right? Where does the data go? Yeah, Fanny Slam. I need to send it to my email. Well, that means that I have to that means I have to like incorporate an email client into my game or pop up the user's email client that is the default on their operating system currently. That's jarring. Like if I see that happening from a game, I'm like, never mind, I don't want it. I am okay with linking to the Steam forum. But yeah, anything automated, anything that is completely in-game that's just like, hey, type in something and press OK, and that will somehow arrive at my doorstep. That requires like an actual back-end server somewhere running. And I don't think I'm going to be playing that game again. That was bad enough last time. I definitely am okay with linking to Steam forums, though. That does sound fun, honestly. Oh man, you guys remember Tripod? You guys remember Tripod? Let's see, Steam community. Is this the one? Yeah, so we would open up the discussion. Yeah, boom, right there. Ooh, but this, yeah, that does not work because that is a JavaScript function. So we can open them up. We can open them to this page where they can just click start a new discussion. I would be okay with including that in the settings menu. Like a button labeled leave feedback on Steam or report a bug on Steam. And just do open in browser. All right, so what's the deal with this crash here? What's going on in here? Uh-oh, it didn't crash. Uh-oh, it didn't crash. Hi, I'm here to trigger the cutscene. But they still have to send the data somewhere. Like, that's the whole idea, is you gotta send the data somewhere. There has to be some service out there that's receiving it. And that's not free. It's not expensive, but it's not free. Okay, so then I went in here. I grabbed a reward. And then I wound up there. Like, there's a good chance I spend more money on hosting a feedback backend than I do on like the Steam listing fee or anything like that. Tennis ball's good, by the way. You wanna load up on tennis balls, especially if you're doing a speed run. Okay, so then I walk up here. So this should be the exact same, right? I enter the room. I mean, maybe it's because of the stuff that I just fixed, of like the, yeah, maybe it's okay. I did fix some stuff. that is meant to be like a completely black walkway, as a matter of fact, yes. All right. It's a puzzle. It's the first actual puzzle, I think. I'm skipping the Bob. All right, you. Can you move? Can you get out of my hair? It's fine. It's fine. Fast forwarding. Uh-oh. Okay, that was weird. The vibration on the controller just kept on going. Why not pick this up while we're here? Let's see here. Let's test this. This should be fine. He should still target Cat. But I just want to make sure. Scarecrows are one of those things that could, like, really break my assumptions about how the battle is supposed to go. Alright, this should take him out, right? Yeah, just destroyed this guy. Yep, and now we didn't used to have a save point here, but now we do. And also, make sure this loads all right. Captain Hoof. Oh, look at all these different places we can go to now. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. We're awash with possibilities. I could afford to put... Okay, I did put an enemy here. Good. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, no, not interested. Alright, and then here we are at this place. Yep. Save. Get across the river. Go to the shop. Buy a bajillion tennis balls. Thought I was joking. Alright. We want to do normal speed for navigating these guys. Okay, actually that was pretty easy. Okay, yeah. I need to log the gems because I'm for a future feature. And I'm worried, like, hey, what if someone's using the same file from the demo for when the full game comes out? I need to watch out for that. Like, what has changed? Now, there is a skip here, if you're very precise. It's much easier on controller. But yeah, that's a skip. That's a speed run special. Uh-oh. All right, what do we got now? Again! Get in ref counted. Well, no, that's actually correct, though, isn't it? Okay. Eh? Okay, weird. I think we're good. I think we're fine. Well, I'm out of specials, so we're just gonna kind of... See, a tennis ball will take out 2 damage on both of them. That's not a ton. Knock this guy out. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Could do with a level up. Wouldn't take a ton of these guys, would it? Yeah, at my current level, these guys are worth 9 XP each. So yeah, if I do one more of those fights, we're in good shape. Oh, actually, we've got the fight up top. So yeah, we're gonna use 2 tennis balls on that, and that should level us up. Just getting the 1. All right, now what? This is new. Scene manager dot sets. Scene manager dot sets. That's our list of like battle sets. We've got so many of them. It's saying find the one that matches 01 Fort Flank. Okay. Well, you'll notice there is no 01 Fort Flank here because I never added that. Ugh. So there is no match for that one. It's specially added. So special ones do have to have a blank match. That's good to know. So we can add an element here. I think. Dictionary with a value of... Oh boy. Oh, this would be a nightmare to actually... Scene. New value. Also a string. 01 Fort Flank. I guess this doesn't need the quotes, does it? There we go, add that. And then we can add match as an array, an empty array. There we go, and now it's in. Meanwhile, this needs some kind of special handling to say, hey, what if there is no, set? So we say battle set is this. Use depth of field is false by default. And if battle set is not null, I hate that the music is going. Use depth of field equals that same thing. Battle set.get. There we go. Okay, that'll be the new way we do this. Now what's the problem? Oh, now everything's gonna break because nothing got set up in that function. Crud. This is fine, but I do need to rerun. We're gonna cut to that scene rather than rerun the fort. So we're just gonna cut to that room. Snail Fort. Oh gosh, I don't remember the naming conventions on each of these. Oh boy, it's upper left. Yay, it is upper left. All right, so we get here. Breakpoint, that's fine. I was like, oh no, crash. There we go. Now we're back. And also now we're just gonna tennis ball our way out of this. Boom. Boom. That is the concern about just giving the player too much money. Oh, hi, excuse me. Sorry. Did I skip your cinematic? I'm so terribly sorry about that. Terribly sorry. Now, is this gonna be okay, since I skipped some cinematic with this guy? No, this is fine. This is fine. In fact, this lets us skip that side room. It's actually perfect. Money. I don't want to go through the main gate because I'm going to trigger that cinematic. Of the hinch snails. So we're going to try to avoid that trigger zone, wherever it is. Nice. All right, cool, easy. Hi. Thanks. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a little bit unbalanced in the player's favor in the main game. We can have a separate side mode that's really going to ramp up the difficulty. I like this little opening cutscene. It's fun. I spent a lot of time getting this to line up. More time than I care to admit. Alright. I like that it kind of times out to the first break in the music. That's why you always bring a tennis ball for this fight. Skip straight into phase 2 right away. Then these guys you actually do need to kind of actually wail on for a bit. I'll take one of these guys out. Okay. Yeah, reinforcements. Reinforcements! I should let myself get hit by the big attack. Wait. What's wrong with the loop? I thought something weird was happening with the music loop. That hasn't been doing this the whole time, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so hold on. Okay. Yeah, big attack's almost ready. Blah, 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 blah. I should make sure that Dabble isn't going down here. Don't knock this guy out. Alright, let's make sure this works. Mouse on screen. A little bit of weirdness on the particle effects. Pig. No real reason to kill that pig. Still no? Hit him with the heavy gear. There we go. Wow, and level up. More energy. Alright, looks good. Everything's fine here. I like the little spiral. Let's blow this smoothie stand. You see, it's a callback joke. Oh, yeah. Yep, and then we got a really long cinematic here. I'm wondering if I should drop the player off back in Frogtown with someone saying, well, thanks for your help, yada, yada, yada. That's not something that has to be done at this point since, you know, it's the demo. You're not supposed to proceed past this point. So it's like anything that happens past end of demo is not representative of the final game. Uh-oh. Pause, 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 pause. Pause right there. Look at that. Look at that gear. Look at that gear icon showing up. Tester ending scene. Ordering higher, please. There we go. That's a silly one, but I do want that. I do want that working. There we go. Save. Now we can warp to... Okay. What happens if you come back here and you are in the demo? Oh yeah, he's got like a whole spiel. Okay, that does not work. Also, that's not supposed to happen. I guess that's not a huge deal, because again, that's not part of it. But it wouldn't be bad to have that fixed. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What triggers that little cinematic there? The one... Ah, it is in fact a cinematic trigger, which means we could wrap that in a wait for state. That... Oh yeah, I guess we don't need the controller anymore. We're good with the controller. Thank you. Controller is over. We wrap it in a wait for state that says to only wait until we've beaten the snails. Wait until, or not the snails, the rats. Big rat fight. Prologue stuff done. Ready to pick a fight. I need to check where we're setting that. Let's see here. We set that in the Dream Machine. We set it to 1. So too soon. So we want to wait until the big rat fight is done. So wait until the state is 0 or 1. Once it reaches 2, this cinematic trigger no longer exists. Great, done, easy. That one's easy. Bring me back up here. Now what's the deal with this? Why are we walking away here? Okay, cinematic does not re-trigger anymore. Good. So let's now check. Dream Machine room. All right, when you return, boom, right there. We do this cinematic, which says, teleport to target position 1. Teleport you to target position 2. Oh, it's probably because this is also triggering? Maybe? Machine intro. Maybe if both cinematics are triggering, you would get that effect. Let's see what's going on there. We set it to 1 after the initial intro, so no, that's not happening. In fact, we can double check that by just walking in this room and seeing cinematic triggered, return. Oh, it's because we got stuck? Why did we get stuck? Ah, because it happens too soon. Yeah, okay. Add a wait. Add a wait. Oh, wait, no, hang on. It's because the intro... let's see here. Where is that? Where's the entry trigger? Is there an entry trigger? You go in the door. Scene transition. Main building, top exit. You go to Dream Machine room dash main. Yep. Dream Machine room. Dream Machine room. This one. Lizard time, baby! Let's bring on them lizards! That's what I'm talking about! It's called entry point, apparently. There it is. So the entry point is here. And the init is there. So you walk... so as soon as you load in, you immediately get warped. You immediately get teleported. And then you're trying to walk to the initialization spot. That's the problem. That's the problem. Easy solution. Wait just a bit before we... Not even that. Just like 0.2 seconds. Give me 0.2 seconds. Alright, so warp me back up to the city center. Main. Oh, actually, that's something else to look into. Let's add that to the to-do list. Text anti-aliasing is really looking bad. Like that doesn't look... This text... I don't know. Maybe it's not the text that's bad. Look at this. Let's look at this. What's up with this? What am I seeing here? Like, I'm seeing some lines, I don't know. Am I just making these up? How am I seeing lines there? Like, it's clear as day to me. It's like somehow the way that these graphics are getting scaled is creating these weird artifacts that I don't love. Hang on. I know just what to do here. Except it will probably duplicate the audio. Maybe not. It doesn't. Okay, there we go. All right. Look at this. All right, let's investigate this. Yeah, look at this. Look at the... There's lines, but like, if you pause a frame on that, and it's like they're just gone. into the abyss, into the ether. It really only, like, that looks fine. This looks fine until, oops, sorry. It looks fine, and as long as it's not paused. But, like, there's a very clear area where the graphics, it's got to get stretched. Oh, and it's something to do with the resizing. Oops, nope, don't delete that. I need those Christmas light scenes. Delete that. It's something with how it's got to be resized. And when you go the opposite direction, well, then that looks, honestly, that looks fine. All right, so hang on, what was that? What was that? Pause menu immediately closed on me. I saw that. I saw that. It only did it the first time, did it? All right, did that fix this? Yes. Great. Now, what is this return waiting for? Ooh, it's waiting for machine. No. This is different. This is different because this triggers text. This triggers a whole conversation, and that in turn checks for different states. Because otherwise, the act of walking up and the camera sweeping around and then start a conversation, that's all the same regardless of what state the game is in. It's just a different conversation takes place depending on whether or not you beat the boss. If you haven't beaten the boss, it's like, so, what you doing back here so soon? You need me to remind you where you're going? That's gonna be a real pain, is going back to all these places and all these places where you're expected to do a thing and then just like, and then go continue your quest. It's like, well, what if you come back later after the whole world is in some different state? That's a pain. That's a pain. Okay, you can't trigger the Chapter 2 startup stuff, right? Like that just, yeah, that just... Yep, everything, the state of the world does not progress because we are in demo mode. Okay. All right, we have a few things that came up here. Easy fixes, mostly. All right. All right, let's start with the easy stuff and work our way up. Oh, I don't need to charge my phone. It's already at 99%. We're fine. But what if? What if? Got my Dupu coaster here. There he is. There's the dupester himself. Also printed this today. Oh, it's green. Ha! You'll never know what it is. Green. Okay, so let's see here. Let's start with no, I printed, where's the scene? Where's the big, there we go. I printed some gears, some nice little interlocking gears that have, so it's like this one does nothing, and then this one, oh, it's a nice sound. You can't even see how fast the gears are moving. It gets a little bit jammed up. A little bit jammy. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. It's an actual fidget spinner. Hi, Mac. Okay. we are gonna add. Oh, the lizards are back. Okay, let's start with the music. The music looping is wrong. Like, notably wrong. Snail Boss. Looping is enabled. Oh, the offset isn't set. When did that change? Slurp, slurp. Oh, I need to get more sodas. I have about one per week. Wait a second, that bee is... Where's he going? Where's he going? He's going the wrong way. Let's see, we need to check the... Oh gosh, where would this be? Where would this be? This would be the visualizer code, right? Visualizer code. Oh no, my bee! Okay, hang on. It is GitHub, my website, the audio visualizer. Because what we're listening to now sounds fine. And it does have a loop point set for that. Sillily enough. Slow min? What? Okay, yeah, that's the one. 28.7 it says. We're gonna see how accurate that is. I'm gonna mute this for you guys because it's gonna be like really loud. I don't like that loop point. Oh no, that sucks. That does suck. Let's go back to whatever it was. 28.7 as a starting point. I guess that's all right. I guess that's okay. It didn't have a great loop point, but we'll take what we can get. Okay. Pause menu just immediately closed on me for some reason. Why? Why? Why, though? Oh, I messed with the snow again. I messed with the snow again. I just can't leave it alone. It's a lot lumpier now. Okay. Music down. Well, it didn't... No, that worked fine. Was I on the... I was on the controller, maybe. Is that what it was? Nom, 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 nom. I was on the controller, and I pressed down. I think I just kind of hit it on one of the first available frames. like the pause menu, if you just tap the unpause menu as soon as the pause menu is up, yeah, it will respect that. Maybe there's like a moment beforehand. Let's see. Like, is there a frame where I can hit it just before? No, I don't think so. I think the frame it shows up is the frame. All right, weird. Pause menu is fine. Gem logging. When you receive an item, she log on my gem. No, wait. I better not. It's free. Item get dialogue. Okay, we're gonna check, is this item, let's see, where do we get item? You got item. Item key. Item, if not item, then get it from the modules. Great. But then, like, you have to actually put it in your inventory at some point. Wait, but then how does that happen with modules? Where's this is module business? Yep, if it's a module. Item type, oh, okay, that's a different thing. Oh, add to inventory. Add to inventory is where it happens. So this it goes in your inventory whether or not you've got room for it. So this is the important thing. These gemstones that you can get. My current working idea is they're going to be like one per chapter. You can just sell them if you want. You can't use them, but you could like sell them for a lot of money. You could cook them, I guess, if you so choose. But the true thing of import is that you have found them. Somewhere in the mid to late game, you're going to encounter a guy who's actually like interested in these. And the idea is like, if you possess the gemstone, you can sell it to him and he'll be very happy about that. If you have already sold it, then we hand wave it and, oh, well, you know, through his channels, the gemstones always make their way back to me. He's a collector of sorts, yes. And so he's just trying to find all these different types, these sapphire and a ruby and whatever else. And so it's just another thing that it's fun to find them all, and maybe there's some kind of bonus for that. I don't know what the bonus will be. But since it doesn't matter whether or not you have sold it, like, it doesn't matter, you're not actually bringing it to him. I'm just logging, have you actually found it in the world? Even if you threw it away because your inventory was full. I just want to know, did it ever enter your inventory? And so that's why we're doing this. The purpose of the gemstones in reality is because of this pie in the sky dream of a roguelike side mode that's completely separate from the story of the game, that is purely like an arcade challenge of start at level 1, level up at an accelerated rate, and make tough choices about, you've only got so many inventory slots, what are you gonna bring to this next fight? And the gemstones were going to act as kind of this like high value item if you can hold on to it long enough to sell it. Or, you know, maybe you'd rather use the item for something else. The item slot for something else. So anyway, that's why I'm actually adding these in the game in the first place. But I do want to kind of make them of some use in story mode. So we're going to track, in the same way that we track which items you have. Let's see, we track which enemies you've scanned. We track which recipes you've unlocked. Should I separately track enemies seen, perhaps? I kind of want to track enemies seen. Recipes that you've unlocked, which songs you've heard versus which songs you've collected, which scenes you've been to, which status effects you've seen versus turned in. That you don't get until after chapter 1. That doesn't come up. Oh, found gem IDs is already here. Found gem IDs is already here. You're kidding me. Is it already done? Is it already just done? It's already just done. Okay. Well, we did it. It just be done. Okay, now, here's the problem. Dang it. If you were to load an old save file before this existed, before this property existed, if you were to load up an old save file, we would load up stats, and it would not have, in the stats dictionary, there would not be an array called found gem IDs. Add this one to the to-do list instead. And because that's the case, in my code, when I say, all right, you found it, then the result would be catastrophic. The result would be that it would say, all right, game manager stats found you. That's null. .has. Null doesn't have a .has method. What are you on about? And boom, just by the nature of collecting an item, because you started the game before I was tracking this information, it just would hard crash, I think. I think that's easy enough to check. We need to go to app data /Godot, app user data, paper robot. Nope. That's not where it's saved. It is saved in program files? x86? Come on, where are you at, Godot? Program data? No, I think it's program files. I just don't remember where. But it's obviously not here. Okay, hang on. Where are save data? Where are the save data go? Nope. File? Search for file? No. All right, I'm just gonna have to Google where the Godot save data goes. I used to remember it. Okay, now hang on. It's saying that yes, I had it correct the first time. And it is in here. Oh, it is actually in here. I just wasn't. I was blind. Great, cool, love that. All right, so I'm gonna copy paste this, rename that save 0, and then we're gonna edit it. We're gonna edit the save data. Found gym IDs. I've found gym 1 and I'm removing that. Save. Okay, so that no longer exists. So now I open up the game and I say, haha, hee hee, you've never found it before. Doesn't exist. Load this up. Now go into the remote game manager and see, did it correct this? Did it add in a found? I don't think it did. Oh, it did. Look at that. Oh, okay, good. That was an issue I ran into early on in testing, is I would make some changes and then load up an old save and just crash. Apparently I've already fixed that. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo. You said funny farm and it made me think of Pen Pals. I was playing Pen Pals earlier today. Well, my child was playing Pen Pals because she likes the round animals, and it's a nice little farm, and there's animals in a pen, and they're pals, and you match them, and you get big animals, and it's great. Okay, so that's non-issue. So now, enemies seen. Enemies seen. I want to do it basically like this, but I guess I want to do it on add and initialize unit. Battle manager, add and initialize unit. Okay. Oh yeah, I know the one. Coming to take me away, haha. Coming to take me away. Something like that. Okay, so we have the unit type. We have a unit type. So we're gonna say whenever that happens, you have seen that unit. So we're gonna add it to our brand new enemies seen. But I need to add in unit type.id, I think, or did I call it .key? I'm inconsistent at best on this. It is ID. I did set it to ID. Okay. Now, why do I need to log this? Well, because I'm adding it to the data bank. Enemy scans. We're going to set up our scan log. Revealed versus available. Posey, get out of there. I know what you're up to. I know your game. Oh, Posey. Posey got a haircut. Let's all enjoy. All right, Posey. Come here. Come here, Posey. Come get some pets. She's still got the big fluff of head fur. And pretty furry ears, but a little bit thinner. And she's still got the little tail poof. But other than that, she's got nice short hair now. Oh, Posey. With your little bow. They gave you a bow. Oh, yes. You're so much more ready for summer now. You're so much more ready for summer. She got her little butt. Oh. No. Get out of my cords. Good girl. We're gonna call this scanned. And we're gonna have a scene. What we're gonna use in a scene. All right. If it's scanned or seen, then do that. All right, cool. That's it. That's literally it. That's literally all I wanted. Now we have to fast forward to a point where we can see that in action. So on my enemy scans, there's Piggle. No snails. No snails listed. So let's go get in a fight with a snail. Oh, look at this. Look at this. ID. But this does have an ID, does it not? Cat does not have an ID. Does she? Does she? Get ID. Is that how I do it? Is that how we do it? No? Base object type dictionary. All right, hold on. Let's try that again. Spin the gears. Little break to spin the gears. I get jammed very easily, though. I mean, what can you expect? It's dawning on me that it's probably possible to print subpar Legos, specialty Legos. I'm always wishing for more gears. I'm one of those Technic nerds that likes the Technic sets. All right, is this gonna break too? Let me see the error. No, this one did not break. Okay, so now whose turn is it? So we all just kind of sitting around, huh? What, so what's everybody up to, huh? What? Is it because of this? Check the changes in the source code. What's going on? Why are we stopped? Why did we stop? Battle events. That looks all right. It's off. Yep, that should be fine. Any other GD script changes? Encounter manager is fine. No, I don't know. I don't know what we're sitting around doing. Let me check the battle events. So the battle events should be our list of what we're doing. We are handling tutorial segments. Handling tutorial segments. Something's not returning true at all. Ah! That's returning That should be returning true, right? Well, hang on. What should it? Is Cat the current partner? Yes. Is Cat alive? Yes. Is it the early game? False, it says. Oh yeah, because we beat King Snail. There we go. Okay, it was stuck in tutorial mode. I forgot to return true. I do need to tell that code. I need to be explicit and say this must return a Boolean, because that was the problem. Is I had a line that was just returning without a return value. Okay, we've seen a snail. Now we run away. Okay, we run away. Now we check our databank for enemy logs, and we see, boom, right there. That's the new feature. I mean, it's not, this whole page is a new feature for people who've been playing the old version of the demo, but it's a new feature as of tonight. Now we differentiate between I have seen the enemy versus I have scanned the enemy, which I think is useful, because I remember filling out the tattle log in TTYD and occasionally being like, which enemy did I forget? I've beaten all the enemies, but I must have missed scanning one of them, and I don't know who, because there's like 100 different enemies. But now, as long as you've seen the enemy, you at least know their name. You don't know any other information about them. We should consider. Let us consider. Okay, I can do that. I would be happy to consider. No, we're not going to add it. Well, no, we're good. We're good. This is fine. I was thinking of putting something here as a default text, but no, we're not going to do that. Okay, so that's done. Map looks good. It shows all the places we've been. This is all the places you can access in the demo. And I just haven't drawn anything behind the clouds. And honestly, I feel like I need to redraw this a lot better once I have the whole world laid out. Oh, status effects. No status effects. Yeah, I didn't encounter any status effects because I beat Mozzie so quick. All right, I feel pretty good about that. Mark that one as done. Old versions. We think old versions of the game will work correctly. Hey, what's my thing doing? My ad manager. Hey, you. What's up? What's up with this? Why is it not, Eh? Eh? Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. It's 20 minutes until the ad. Okay. Old versions, I just kind of have to hope for the best on that. Full demo was great. We found some things to improve upon. All right, now here's the big thing: is link to Steam forum, new feature request. Ribby's idea, I do like it. Reduce the friction of leaving feedback. I mean, I like their idea about, you know, hey, what if you just had somewhere you type in your comment and press send and that's that? Like every big name game can afford to do. And it really is the technical problem of not like the coding, but the data has to go somewhere. And I don't have a place for the data to go. For a while I had something set up on Azure for Dabble Worlds, which was the maker game, so people could build levels in the game's editor and then upload them, and I built a whole backend, ASP.NET, that would accept those requests and store it in a nice little SQL database. And that was it was a big project. And also it cost money, like every month. They wanted more money all the time. And I don't want that. So we'll see. I don't know what. I'll see what there is. I've seen this plugin before. I don't remember when I was looking at this last. Using a Discord webhook. That's right. Yes. So the idea is allow Discord to be the back end. I mean, I get it. Okay, how does it work? Let's look at his code here. Webhook. There's a lot going on with this. There is a lot going on with this. So you would need to set up... You'd have to do a little bit of configuration. You'd have to set up the actual hook. So where do we? So where can you set that up then? No. Okay. I'm just looking through this guy's source code. Consider using a proxy. Bug report using Discord. Okay, so you need no, that's the config example configuration. Here we go. The README. Why wasn't I able to find this earlier? Oh, read the full README here. That's why. Okay. Only the URL is needed. Game name will default to unnamed game if not specified. Yep. I mean, it's a maybe. I I don't know how I feel about that as a solution. It feels a little fragile. A little scary. Okay, but imagine, you know, we have a button of submit feedback or whatever, and this just pops up a whole new panel using this little add-on. Maybe. Send analytics. I don't know. This feels like a minefield for like data privacy stuff. It wouldn't be hard to. Okay. All right. So let's break it down into pieces. All right. Using Discord webhook has a backend database for submitted feedback. That, you know, right off the bat, that doesn't pass the smell test. That's like, wait a second. We're doing something wrong if we do that. Second piece. Yeah, just legal standpoint. There's a not insignificant chance that this will cross some kind of like oops. That's what they call it legally. It's an oops line. Not in any situation where I think it's something that a reasonable person would care about. It. You are pressing the button to send data, but like sometimes there's these special rules that well, you have to notify them with specific terminology or this, and it's just professionally not usually something I have to worry about because you're just doing internal applications. So self-confessing here that I am not up to date on all the laws of the land regarding that. So I think we do just want to go with open up the Steam community forum. Just say, here you go. All right, so what's that button gonna look like then? Oh gosh, how does the settings panel? How do the buttons work? I remember I don't like the way that the settings panel is coded. Okay. Settings container. Here we go. This one right here. This one right here. What is game dev? What is a game dev? A miserable pile of secrets. A miserable pile of client secrets. There it is. Okay. That's fine. This is to indicate, so the sliders cannot be selected. Like you can't press A on a slider and expect an action to happen. As such, I've got a function here that basically says, you know, hey, can you select whatever is currently selected? And we'll say, well, is the thing you're selecting the button? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. If it's a button, then yeah, you can select it. Otherwise, you can't select it. So we're going to have a new one of those. Remap button. Remap button. Yeah. Yeah, what do we do if the button is selected and, hey, can you actually select it? So that's done. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. It's just that and that. Selection made. Yeah, don't need that. Okay, cool. So these are the two functions we actually have to look at. So we want to have another little one of these, basically. That's going to be a lot of buttons here. It's getting crowded. It's getting crowded. Do we throw it on a sub-menu? Maybe? This is gonna be a hard button. So before quit to main menu, we have a we'll call it externals. Call it feedback. And I wanna leave room for this to be connecting to the Discord if we go that route. The current vague idea is we set up a server specifically for the game, a Discord server specifically for this game, for mostly for feedback, bug tests, bug reports, art, general discussion related to the game. So feedback and, you know, connect with us. That sounds extremely corporate. Feedback and socials. Feedback and web presence. Hang on, let me look at some video games in Steam real quick. What do we got? What's the okay, store page. I love video game. Don't autoplay. Don't autoplay. Thank you. Okay, when you scroll down, it's just a bunch of links. Just a bunch of links to things. Bunch of links to things. Huh. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Better idea. When you... All right, close... I've got so many things open. Get out of here. Oh, the bot's not even running. Okay. Partner. Steam Games. Apps. Store page. All right, so when you're editing the store page and you're setting up links to things, yeah, just external links is all it is. That's what it's, yeah. All right, cool. Feedback and external links. All right, realistically, what are we going to actually... link to? I don't think I should link to the Dabbleworks Blue Sky account, because that's just stream of consciousness at this point. Nor the YouTube channel, because that's just silly stuff. It's not for the game solely. What? Fanny Slam got a Blue Sky? I have a notification. Oh my gosh. Wait, there was some reason. That's right. You're I think you're the reason I found out that about Quest 64 official. I think. I was like, wait, other people care about Quest 64? What? Yes, my people. Yeah, I don't know how many people that follow that account actually care about Quest 64 or just like the memes, but man, I'm glad that there are people out there who genuinely do enjoy Quest 64. Because unironically, I like it.
During an interview for his hit new game Paper Robot, Dobbs was asked why he suddenly scrubbed his social media of references to someone called GameCube.
GameCube. If I take this out, what would a pop-up look like on the title screen? Because the title screen is doing a silly thing with the settings menu to make it part of 3D space. Okay, I mean that, see, you can see like a visual line there, but that's like, okay. Quit to main menu from the main menu? Yes, please. Oh no. Now I have health. How did this happen? Okay. All right. So yeah, we could do the feedback and it'd be fine. Like a little sub menu. Oh no, I had some dumb ideas probably about a year and a half ago, very early on in this project, about somehow the pause menu would contain like crucial progression. Like, I don't know, I think the way I envisioned it was like, you know, some very stealthy enemy, you know, in like a very mystery-ridden chapter of the game. It's like, where could they be hiding? They could be anywhere. And then you'd open your pause menu and they'd be like behind the UI slightly. And then a battle would ensue. Which is a dumb idea. Probably not the right game for it, but I'm sure in the right game that would hit hard. It's just a little bit too far on the meta scale for this game. But in the right game, I think you could do something with that. All right, we're gonna have. Okay, how does this work? How does this one work? Controller remapping is its own big thing, but confirm exit, that's just a little bitty menu, right? Yeah. That's just an A-B menu. Like that's all it is. Why is there so little code here? Well, I mean, there's not so little code here. Why are there items? Modulate. Oh, okay. The buttons are, yeah, there's buttons and they just appear or disappear. So yeah, we could just have a list of little images attached to text, but it'd be very similar to the confirm exit scene. Oh, confirm menu. The confirm menu. So this will go in the settings menu. Does this need to be its own folder? Pause menu, folder socials, let's say. Let's just call it socials here internally. It's fine. It's going to be very similar to the confirm menu, except we're going to call it socials. And yeah, we do need the extra folder because we're going to have little images of little icons, like an icon of Discord. All right, so here's socials. Wow. Wowsies. It doesn't need quite so much darkness. A little darkness is fine, perhaps. Item backdrop. Brrr. A little darkness would be all right, especially if it was more spheroid. The current state of this. Yeah, look what we can do. Look what we can do. We could do kind of like this. Just kind of give it a little bit more softness around the edges. Okay, it's a little silly. It's a little bit of a silly drop shadow, a little fake drop shadow. Okay. Prompt. Please, contact us, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then we're gonna do multiple horizontal boxes of big icon. I guess we need this. I guess we need a Steam icon. Steam, you say? Steam? Where am I gonna find a Steam icon? Oh, there's one. An SVG. Yeah. Steam. Steam. Can you even open an SVG in, ooh, preferred resolution, huh? 200. Okay, it works. It works. A little croppage. Oh, and then we hit a wall there on the croppage. Okay. I've got the SVG. SVG, good to go, sir. No, surely there's like a assets about Steam assets. Steam logo assets. Steam branding guidelines. Okay, here we go. Guidelines and logos. Oh boy, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh boy, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm not just gonna like screenshot the image unless... Okay, save as a PNG. Where does this go? Where does this go? UI, I guess. PNG, socials, Steam. And then I'm gonna need one for Discord also. Ideally at the same resolution. Reading. Psh. For nerds. So I understand. Okay, art, UI, Steam logo. Okay, so we'll take this texture, rect, plop this in here. Modulate, self-modulate, size, keep size. There we go. That looks great. And then I guess within the H box, we in turn do a V box, because I want to have like what it is and then a blurb. But I would like everything to be vertically oriented instead of just no. Well, let's see what we can get away with here. I could make this a rich text. Change type. Rich text label. Oh no, my font. I can't see without my font. Oh, see, that's the problem, though, is that if you try to do bold, it's not going to work, is it? Yeah, because there's no bold font. Not really. Okay, well, maybe rich text was not the way to go, then. Control-Z, 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 Control-Z. And we're back. Steam discussions. And then I say... reach out to us on Steam. Why do I always have to use the royal us for this kind of stuff? Steam discussions board. That looks great. That looks really good, actually. This right here, that looks great. Okay, HBox container, VBox container. Why is the HBox container? No, that's fine. It's this. Why is this small? Custom minimum size needs to be bigger. Okay, that'll be fine. Yes. And then I need a Discord icon. I'd prefer to get that from Discord. brand kit. I don't need a whole brand kit. I just need an icon. I'd love a transparent icon. Oh no, they call their color Blurple. They call it Blurple. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just full size it and then save that as Socials Discord. There we go. That should be fine. Blurple. I didn't agree to this. But I do appreciate that they actually did include like what the color hex code is and everything. It's a little blurry. Actually a little bit blurry. Alright. Modulate, and because I now know the hex code of Blurple. There we go. What color is Steam supposed to be? Is it? It's just pure black? Oh, wait. Yes, actually. It is, in fact, Pantone black. Now, both of these companies appreciate a little bit of white space. Got it memorized. That was a reference to a thing. Space? No. How do you... Man, when did I play that game? 2009 at the latest, maybe? I think. I had a brief... I'm going to say I had like a 5-year period of my life where I had access to PlayStation games. What if I do this, and then I just say, it's a nothing. It's a nothing here. Yeah. See, look at that. That's not the way to do that. You would want to do color rect. This is not how you do this. It's a good bit. It's a good bit. Should definitely do that. Okay, there we go. There's that. Now, this is too big. This is too big. Stretch mode, keep centered. Okay, that's good, but also... there we go. That's it. That's it. Fit width, keep centered. Okay, now we got a little bit of breathing room. This could be... We can change this to a rich text box, rich text label. Maybe not. Steam discussions. Scroll active. No. Well, don't do scrolling. I don't want scrolling. We'll figure it out. So, Ribby, here's a fun thing that I saw while we were searching for possible solutions. Hail Mary, I did actually search, like, what are the options out there? What have people done for integration? And I saw the most hilarious solution that someone had come up with, which was, don't host a server to receive the data. Piggyback off of Discord. Set up a Discord app and hook into that with webhooks and just hope they don't notice that you're, borrowing server space. Yeah. What I really don't like about it is, like, well, you know what? I don't even... There's plenty of things I don't like about that. Like, just saying it out loud, I'm like, I'm not... There's something... Yeah, that's perhaps one of the biggest concerns. It feels like a very silly hack that would technically work for a while until it doesn't. It would work great until it doesn't work anymore. What's the font size on this one here? Yes, I'm using overrides for pretty much everything. Why do you ask? It's precious. It's precious. We're going to run a little late tonight, actually. Hovercat is doing a quick visit with her family tonight, so she's not in yet. She should be coming back soon, though. How did he? Oh, speaking of other devs, I noticed, because I like to catch up on some things in syndication on VODs, that you only for the first time ran into some Randev the other day, who is currently like one of my favorite raid targets. They tick so many boxes for me. Okay, I gotta duplicate. Wait, no, hang on. Let's first figure this out. That is a very hilarious first interaction with Randev. They're a very entertaining individual. Well, their time slot is really nice for me to raid out, which is one of the, like, there's a pyramid. There's a kind of like a food pyramid, but for viability of raid target. And somewhere in that pyramid is like 12 servings of bread, but elsewhere in that pyramid is that they need to be live at the time I'm ending stream and planning to go for a while. I'm never going to be able to raid into your stream. I've seen your schedule. Also on the list of things I'm really not a stickler for, but things I pay attention to is people have to have their VODs enabled so I can actually creep on them and judge them before it's time to actually choose a raid target. Because I like to do that like during the workday, is look at people's VODs and be like, okay, this person was live as I was ending stream. What were they working on? Is it anything I would be interested in and have something to talk about with them while I'm about to go to sleep? I know. So what I do is whenever I'm running low on raid targets and I'm like, oh, gosh, every night I can't find a raid target. What I'll do is as I'm ending stream, I will go to the software and game dev category and I will just copy paste the text into a document. And then the next day, whenever things get slow at work, I like process through that and look those people up and be like, okay, what were they doing? How late did they go? what other things do they stream other than just game dev? You know, what's our Venn diagram look like? It is such a like hugely autistic approach to raid targeting, but it is working. It is working. I'm abusing my love of spreadsheets. I have a spreadsheet. I barely stopped myself from giving people a score, like reducing people to a numerical calculated value and saying, well, I got good news for you, buddy. You're a 4.8, so we're coming in to see you tonight. Because I know that would be crossing the line into rudeness. Gosh, I love spreadsheets. I got to use one of my spreadsheets. I got to use my smoke detector changing spreadsheet today, where I keep track of which dates I've changed each of the smoke detector's batteries in the house. Because we heard a chirp, and I was like, oh, I better check my spreadsheet. Oh yeah, we're due. Oh yeah. It's so sensitive. I have notes on them. I keep track of what type of battery, because they're not all the same smoke detector brand. So I keep track of, okay, this one's a 9 volt, this one's a AA. Okay, quick note about the Playroom smoke detector. The twist off is stuck to the assembly. It will likely come off of the ceiling, but it's easy to reattach. The master bedroom smoke detector, it is reachable with the 3-step ladder, but it's a bit of a stretch. Oh, I also noted, I should have taken this under more careful consideration. For next time, I should note how many AAs each of these needs. I actually am going to add that to the spreadsheet right now. Because I was surprised. It was 3 AAs. And also a note, place the used batteries aside for toys and such, because there's plenty of juice left when they start chirping. And kids' toys do require batteries sometimes, so, you know, worth consideration. All right, so this would be the basic setup. I should maybe reduce the size of this, but these could be like, we could do different colors. I think. Is it like this? Yeah. BB code. BB code. Does it allow... It does, okay. BB. Oh yeah, this is a lot better at this size, actually. You get a little bit more. You get a little bit more to it, and we could just do a little bit of like different color. And then like a little bit lighter here. I don't know. I feel like I want more blue. Yeah, hang on. That's a little bit nicer. I don't know about the font here, like being so. I feel like it just doesn't have enough thickness in some places. There's no bold variant, which is probably not great. I should really consider doing something about that, but no, I'm not going to. Official Discord server. Why is this one? Oh, right, because yeah, there we go. So now, do we even need this? Oh, that's much better. And then we can have a cancel below that. And then down here, 446. 446. close enough. Wait, no. There we go. In your browser window, not just any browser window. Okay, yeah. Official Discord server. Connect with other players. Okay, so what do you do on the Discord? I mean, you're mostly gonna doing the same thing you can do on the Steam discussion. It's just if you prefer the Discord server, that's fine too. Some people would prefer the Steam page, some people prefer Discord. To do what? To do what though? Connect with other players to form true bonds. I'm thinking we're going to. If not, we're still going to have a link to the Steam page or to the Steam discussions page. I did go ahead and start a server just to set up channels. I'm thinking it will end up happening, but it's not going to be until this goes out. Connect with other players to do the same thing as this, to discuss the game. And share tips. You know, that's what the kids like doing on Discord servers. It's discussing strategies for yet unreleased video game, Paper Robot. Just connect with other players to discuss Paper Robot. Oh, and get information about upcoming release. Get sneak peek. Oh, here we go. Get sneak peeks of progress and connect with other fans. There we go. Fans. You're a fan. If you join this Discord, you're a fan of the game. Sorry, nothing I can do about it. We're not going to finish this whole feature, but getting this page better is good. I keep going back and forth on this. I could go lighter. Look at all the different colors of font on this page. Wow. I love that. I love it when there's 50 different colors. So each of these needs to... Actually, I don't know if Discord would open in your browser window, but I think it would. I'll set it up to do that. So this is not going to be confirm exit. This is socials, and that's going to need appropriate code. So we're going to remove that, create that. Ta-da. So this was previously the confirm exit. I need a little selector. I need a little selector arrow, right? We're gonna have a little arrow icon. So that needs to be a texture rect for a cursor. So we're gonna use icons.png. We should go ahead and start working on a raid. I can keep working on this even while the stream is not running, right? Why not? Why not? I wonder if I should check my spreadsheet. Haha, D's stuck on Coral Tower. Alright. Germdove is still going. He's probably not going for much longer. Well, we discussed the beep boop. Hovercat is visiting her family this evening. She'll be back at some point. I don't know when. Okay, let me compare against the people on my spreadsheet and other people that I happen to know. There's Fui. I do know Fui. Let's see here. I don't know. None of these people are on the spreadsheet. Unless I just haven't scrolled down enough. Now we're deep in the one viewer territory, and it's a lot of bots. It's a lot of bots. It's a lot of bots and vibe coding. Okay, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. No, okay. See, I mentioned the food pyramid earlier. Using, like, advertising that you're using AI. It's like, I mean, thank you for self-reporting. Oh, no. Like, it wouldn't be... I mean, realistically, I'm probably going to end up hanging out at Germstream anyway. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no. Oh, things did not go well. He's in a volcano, I think. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's go into Germdove. I do not get the opportunity to raid Germdove very often. He got a new hat. He's playing Peak. Thank you for hanging out, Fanny Slam. Always a delight to have you in chat for the evenings. Okay, this was good. The demo is pretty much in good shape. I think this is like the one feature I want to make sure we add in last minute. Anti-aliasing stuff is something that's been bugging me, but I don't know if there's going to be a fix or what. Oh no, the bee! The bee! Yeah. I'd say next week I'm gonna be pumping out the new demo, at least to the beta branch. And we'll get some other people trying it out, just to make sure it's still working. People have already played through the demo before, but it'd be nice to have a few extra eyes on it before I say, okay, it's out there for reals. Yeah, either way, it's fine. It's fine.